It is. It's pretty solid because the stars don't go nowhere, bro. They're called fixed stars. You got 4 stars. Let me make
not all the time, bro.
Man, let me finish my point for a minute. What I'm trying to say is, right now we can fix our time. We know where we at. We know what star constellation we're in right now. Trust me with that.
And that would be what star constellation are we in?
What some of you think
right now? I'm asking you.
You tell me.
Here, look, check it out. The animal zodiac, or which you might call it, Sidereal Tropical. The correct one right now is called Anit, or which people call Pisces. That's the age that we're in today. Okay? And we're moving into Hepharet, okay, or the Aquarius. That's the time. Now, I'm going to say this too, because I've heard, a lot of people say things, we don't know what time it is. Just go to astrology. You just told him what time it was.
He really told me another person's concept.
He's telling me what you are.
Hey, bro,
I told you. I gave you the language. I gave you the original African. I gave you African. Okay, and if you can't accept the original African, you got to give me something else. Okay, I don't need the Greek. Okay, I don't need to use the term Piscean, but you have to communicate effectively with people. So you want the original word? Since we're always debunking the Greek and the Latin, the word right now is Anit. Okay, and that's the 2 fishes, and it's in the temple of Heru on the island of Philae in present-day Egypt on the ceiling. It is there for all to see. Okay, that's what time.
Can I ask you a question, brother? That didn't get there, and that understanding wasn't in existence until that wall, until it was put on that wall. I'm saying
that's also that.
That's also right there, brother.
Brother, it was a question, not a blanket statement. It was a question.
Okay. What's the question? What's the question then?
Well, you just said it wasn't, so I figured you would have heard the question because you already debunked it. You gonna ask me what's the question again after you said it wasn't so? Okay, well let's move on, bro. I understand what you said, and I agree with a lot of it. But my whole point is saying that so when they wrote it on the Kemetic walls or the Egyptian walls or whatever you want to call it now, I'm saying the idea was already there. And one thing that I know that once a story is told over and over and over, it loses something. Something else is added to it. It ain't always the same. So then, but my whole point is, we still looking at another person's perspective. I always say a lot of people consider scholarship a false day as another nigga's opinion. And I take, a little, I'm not too with that. That's kind of strange to me that we base scholarship on that. But nevertheless, I'm still saying that a lot of things we dealing with is the opinion or the thought process of someone else that may have been altered throughout time. And then we look at to find something else that corroborated. That's come on, what was you about to say, brother?
And then with that, since we have that kind of knowledge,
yeah. I just want to know, BlackLioN, did we establish that we do know what time it is on the cycle test? Did we establish that? You trying to tell me that?
I'm trying to tell you, you don't know the date, you don't know the year, you don't know. Yeah.
That's not the point, but we know what cycle we is, bro.
Brother, wait, yeah. I mean, a cycle of the solar system, I dig that. That cycle gonna come back around like winter, summer, and fall. But that don't depict what about
6,000. We're about 6,000. Hold on for a minute, brother. We're about 6,000 something. 6,000 something. I'll find you exact time and mark out.
Hundreds of thousands. Oh, what do you mean by about 6,000? What do you say? Explain that.
You know what? This is a crazy conversation, but then I'm going to
ask you a question. When we know is at least hundreds of thousands of years old, at least 100,000.
Lion, what's your point? Lion, what's your point on this? Help me out, brother. Help me out. Are you trying to say because Neanderthal motherfuckers wasn't keeping time, that's not really time? When I'm talking about cycles, I'm talking about when my ancestors, right, can prove to you without a shadow of doubt that they was here at least 2 great years marking time, right? I'm saying that's enough for me. Now, I don't know what you need, $1 billion. I don't know what you need, Lion. I'm not trying to understand what you're saying. There's a falsehood that says no time, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm asking you a question. What's
the question? And make sure it's a reasonable question.
If you know that man is over 100,000 years old, my question to you is simple: is what date is it?
I just waited the time. I just what day yet.
What day was it?
I'm telling you where we at.
Bro, you telling me where we at in the
I'm not. You know what to do. Right, that's how I answer this.
I'm telling you, summer, winter,
spring. How long is the great year, yo? How long is the great year?
I'm telling you, summer and winter come every year. But I'm telling you, my point is that's a cycle. That's a solar cycle that don't depict what year it is. That don't depict the day. Look at that. I'm standing here in the middle of winter. This is a solar cycle. But that don't depict what date is it. That don't depict what month is it. That don't depict what hour of the day is it. Because we in this winter cycle. I'm just saying, you acknowledge the solar cycle. I did that. I'm with that.
How do you take that and with that when you say there's no way to mark time?
You can calculate a cycle, but that don't account when that first cycle started. That don't account day one.
What you on day one? First of all,
Bro, it gotta be day one. We live on
day one is when you got here, bro. Day one is when you got here, bro.
That ain't day one.
Day one. It ain't day one for me.
Look, it could be day one for me in consumption, but it ain't day one for the earth. It ain't day one for the black people. It ain't day one for the Zulu people. Just because I'm born, it might be day one to me and my existence, but my existence wouldn't be an accurate calendar.
Hold on,
this concept of time. Hey, brother, we digress because we done got on time and we talking about everything else except.
No, we good. I just can't believe. But the original Christians were the ones that marked time, dude. Are you serious? It take you back 63 great years. Take you back in the cycle. They developed the 360 day calendar. What are you talking about, man? Hold on, let me make my point for you. No, I don't want to move on. I'm going to make my point on that. Then I'm going to shut up. My point is, we can accurately tell, right, when the dynamic period started. Right? We can accurately tell by our ancestors marking the time when that started. And the time before that. Because they marked it. And so we know that it was taking place. And so our conversation was dealing in reality that they had. That's what we was talking about, Lion. And to say that it's not relevant on a time date, you mentioned that you come in later dates, you can't do that. You got to deal with the time we dealing with. I gave you a threshold of time. I gave you an area to deal with. You just can't say, well, Asians rule Ethiopia. That's not the truth.
Say that again?
Ethiopians. Yeah, you said the age of the time and the age of time. You mixing it all up. That's not how it was.
Bro, I'm telling you, and I've told you once before, I don't give a damn when it was. I'm saying, is it a fact? Did Asians rule in what they call
rule? They ruled one region. They never ruled all of goddamn Africa. They get out of here.
I never said they ruled all of Africa.
And they never ruled all of Egypt.
They still don't rule all of Africa. But I'm saying
they never ruled all of Kymyt. They ruled all of Kymyt.
I didn't say did they rule all or a portion. I'm saying did they rule.
And I'm saying they ruled. That's like a nigga ruling New York don't mean he rule the whole United States. So get out of here. That's what I'm trying to show you.
I'm not saying because they ruled up in North